NIBSS clamps down on Nigerian fintech companies as fraud concerns rise. Embattled virtual card firm Payday acquired by Bitmama. Is Bitcoin making a comeback as the crypto coin hits $44,000 this week? Spotify lays off 17% of its workforce, and Kenya pauses digital identification system amidst transparency issues. All this and many more on today's episode. Hi, this is FK. It's the second week of December 2023, and this is tech news from Africa and beyond. In a wave of regulation that has seen several Nigerian fintech companies having to reassure their users that all is well and there is no cause for panic, the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System (NIBSS), in a move to curb recent fraud concerns in the fintech space, has circulated a memo to banks, fintechs, and any payment service explicitly warning that companies holding, switching, payment processing, and super agent licenses are not allowed to operate as deposit collecting institutions and should not appear in the list of beneficiaries when customers are making bank transfers. So this has been confusing to so many people, and I understand that what people are most concerned about in all this big drama and talk of licensing and all is my money safe or is my money safe? So instead of trying to give you a crash course on which license is which and who is authorized to do what, we're going to be looking at things from you, the customer's perspective, your angle. Now, as a customer, the two major things you do with fintech companies are this. You are either depositing money to save in your bank account, in a bank account, or you are paying for stuff. So the fintech companies that you can deposit money with, or the companies that you can deposit money with, they have a license to be able to collect your money. That's why they generate a bank account for you, so you store your money in that bank account. These are your Zenith Bank, your Access Banks, and your regular banks. And some of these fintechs also have this license. Now, the people that help you pay for stuff also need a license to operate that. They provide you with POS, they provide you with web portals, they provide you with even physical human agents and help you pay for stuff. They also need a license to operate. These are your Paystack, your Flutterwave, your Paga, and co. Now, this NIBSS memo is not to clamp down on people that help you pay for stuff. It's actually targeted at those people that say that you can deposit money with them. So what NIBSS is simply saying is that any fintech company out there that claims that you can deposit money with them must actually have the license to do so. Else, they should desist from collecting deposits, and also they should not be allowed to appear in the list of bank beneficiaries. When you're trying to transfer money, when you click on where you want to transfer money to, these companies should not be allowed to appear on that list. Now, you might want to ask, what about my money in PiggyVest? My money in MoneyPoint? My money in Kuda? Now, these ones that I have specifically mentioned, they either have a microfinance bank license or they partner with a bank. And once they can do it, or if they can, get the amount of money to get an actual bank license, if they have any of these licenses, that's a microfinance license, or they are in partnership with a bank, they can actually collect your money. Now, do note that it's possible for one company to have more than one license. Yeah, so a company like Paystack, they can have a license to facilitate payments as they've been doing, and they can also have a license for you to deposit money with them. Yeah, they can. A single company can do both. So if that company has those licenses, they can both facilitate your payments, and they can also generate bank accounts for you to deposit money with them. So all this is, or what you need to be concerned about is what you are using these fintech companies for. If you are using them to pay for stuff and all has been going well, then fine, no cause for alarm, continue to use the services that you've been using. However, if they are generating bank accounts for you and you are depositing your money with them, be sure that they have the license to operate in that manner. NIBSS hopes that this move will help fintechs tighten their security and adhere to restrictions within their licenses. It will also help increase fraud awareness amongst customers. Embattled virtual card service provider Payday has finally been acquired. In what is rumored to be an all-stock deal valued at millions of dollars, Bitmama, a blockchain payments platform, confirmed the acquisition of the struggling company on Tuesday. In a report by TechPoint, Bitmama's cross-border payments product, Changera, will be absorbing Payday as their goals align. This will include absorbing all of Payday's 300,000 users and core members of Payday's team. Payday will continue to operate as its own brand, but it's not yet sure what role Payday's founder, Favor Ori, will play going forward. You see, Payday really had a chance to be something really big, to be something really special. I myself I have a Payday account. Yeah, I was using Payday actively when all our cards or our local cards stopped working for international transactions. And you see that PR they did with helping people get Starlink, that was gold. That was just awesome. That shot them to the top. And that I feel is even responsible for them amassing up to 300,000 users within a year. But I guess no matter how wonderful your idea is and no matter the opportunities you have to grow, there's nothing a bad management cannot do. Crypto Bro's favorite coin seems to be on the come up.
And as you can see, I am not dead.
Having suffered a huge blow in 2022, dropping from $41,000 to $23,000 between May and July alone, and finally closing the year 2022 at a lowly 16K, Bitcoin has made a comeback this year, increasing by as much as 150% in value. This December alone, Bitcoin has grown by 11%, hitting and passing the 42,000 mark, its highest in the last 19 months. It's looking like it's going to be a very wonderful Christmas for crypto investors, especially those that did HODL through the dark times. Champagne popping everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. In a mind-boggling report by financial and media company Bloomberg, it is claimed that the surge is as a result of a fresh crypto supercycle and projected that Bitcoin can go as high as $500,000 in this round. $500,000? Guess how is that even possible? Maybe this is finally the time that FK is going to invest in crypto. You know, maybe if I wait, let's just wait till it gets to 70K, then I will now invest at 70K because I know that it's going up. Then I won't be too greedy. They say 500, I will get 300. Once 300, I'll just cash out. I'll cash out, and I will invest back like 30%, and and I will not mind if that 30% goes or not. But I've already cashed out at the $300 and everything. After already going through 2 rounds of layoffs this year, Spotify is back with another one. In a 3rd round of layoffs, Spotify is set to lay off 1,500 people, representing 17% of the current workforce. Abba. Firing people towards Christmas. That's not nice now. It's about to be a tough Christmas for 1,500 people. Shall I be laughing? No. Sorry. Spotify CEO Daniel Ek on Monday, in a cliche "it's not you, it's me" layoff speech, noted that the decision was important to right-size the company for, quote, challenges ahead. He noted how difficult it will be parting with so many hardworking and smart people, and that the affected people will be notified later in the day. Wait. So this announcement already came out, but the people that will be fired don't know yet. They will know later in the day. Please, who is running this place? Is it the Grinch? With this move, Spotify adds more to the growing amount of major layoffs this year, now standing at around 225,000, with major contributions from other tech giants like Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, amongst others. Please, oh God, we need the opposite of the layoff tsunami this year. 2023 has been bloody enough. Please, 2024, be a good year, please. After several concerns raised by digital rights groups, human rights groups, and other concerned citizens, a Kenyan High Court has put a hold on the rollout of the digital identification system Maisha Number. Maisha Number, which is supposed to be an upgrade and resolve the issues faced with an earlier proposed identification system, Huduma Number, was accused of not going through proper data protection impact assessment before its launch, and the government did not properly extend participation to all required stakeholders in the program. African government. Why is transparency always an issue with us? Do something straightforward. But no, it must always look one kind. And even when we are doing something good, that must always look one kind. The groups also questioned the government's risk assessment of excluding many Kenyans from the program and feel the program is being rushed. According to a report by Tech Cabal, the court ruling pausing the rollout stated that the leave granted by the court operates as a stay restraining implementation or further implementation by any person of the respondent's 1st November 2023 decision to roll out or pilot Maisha Number, including the digital card, digital ID, unique personal identifier, and a national master population register before and without a data protection impact assessment per Section 31 of the Data Protection Act. all this legal English. I intentionally read it because I just got confused along the. I understood the whole thing when I was reading the blog, but as I was just reading it, everything just became confusing. You see all this legal English, it can make you tumble. Anyway, I'm sure those that are concerned understand what's happening. So, and that's all that matters. Time is ticking, so let's take some quick news. Pivo, a Nigerian YC-backed fintech startup aimed at providing financing options for supply chain businesses like logistics service providers, has shut down. Tech Cabal on Tuesday broke the news of the all-female-led startup's shutdown as the details were still unfolding. African tech blog benjamindada.com later reported that co-founder conflict was the reason for the inevitable demise of the company, as founders Nkiru Amadi Emina and Ijoma Akwiwu developed irreconcilable differences and investors were forced to bring the budding startup to its end of life. Now, this is a very sad situation because from my research on this firm, they were actually doing well. They were financing businesses and they had like 98% payback rate. But you know, we're all human beings, we're all flawed, and sometimes that can just get in the way of a good thing. Call of Duty Mobile launches Nigerian servers. In an official tweet by the Call of Duty Mobile account, the company, in collaboration with Carry First, is now offering local servers for the Call of Duty gaming community in Nigeria and also West Africa. Availability of these servers will definitely improve gameplay as gamers in Nigeria and West Africa can now enjoy faster and more stable connections, leading to smoother and more competitive gameplay experiences. The first time I played Call of Duty, I just dropped it. That game is not for me. They just kept killing me in the very first task. But I know my brothers and the editor of this video, the guy editing this video, they're very happy at these things. Those ones, they can play Call of Duty in their sleep. Google launches AI model Gemini to compete with GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 by OpenAI. Google this week released the next set of powerful and advanced models that will power its AI chatbot, Google Bird. The model, which goes by the name Gemini, comes in 3 variants: Ultra, Pro, and Nano. Google demoed the amazing capabilities of this model in a mind-blowing demo, which has made a lot of people to start calling it the ChatGPT killer, and posted impressive benchmark results of Gemini outperforming GPTs in a number of tasks. So amidst all this excitement, some players in the tech industry have actually raised concerns as to Gemini, that it might just all be flash and no function, no real-life application. And also, there's also this concern about Google killing their services. People build a lot of things on their services, people do a lot of things on their service, and Google just pull it. Recently, Google pulled Google domains. In fact, I think 8 years ago, I was building an application and I used a push notification service. Google bought that service and killed it. I think they killed it for Firebase that time. So people are not really trusting Google, even with this super impressive demo. They don't really trust them because they don't want to build a lot of important things on it, and Google will just pull the plug on them one day. But anyway, let's keep our fingers crossed because it's always good for the consumers when there's competition in the market. Now let's wrap up the news today with some money talk. Money. Nigerian ex-governor Nasir El-Rufai is setting up a $100 million venture capital fund for startups in Nigeria with the aim of spreading startup investments beyond Lagos. According to a report by TechPoint.Africa, the ex-governor will be committing $2 million of his own personal funds while leveraging his connections to pull in more investors. After investing $2.2 million in Aruwa Capital Management and $5 million in Inwa Capital, Mastercard Africa Growth Fund is set to invest another $27 million in Africa-based fintech startups and businesses. In a report by TechPoint this week, this $27 million will be shared between Tree Ventures, Vested World, and SME Impact Fund, who would receive $9 million, $10 million, and $8 million respectively. Basigo, an electric bus assembling company currently operating in Kenya and Rwanda, has secured $5 million in debt funding to continue to expand its operations. In a report by Tech Cabal this week, Basigo is said to have secured the funding from the British International Investment BII. The funds will be used to scale electric bus assembly in Kenya as the company races to deliver 100 buses in the country. And that's a wrap for Tech News this week. Be sure to join us next Sunday for more tech updates. And I remain your bro in tech, FK. Wrap it up. Imagine having 300,000 to users and fumbling. 300,000. Spotify CEO Daniel Ek. Native Ike. We always do Kenya. Kenya is in every